answer my fucking jokes. Ah. Alright, we'll walk down to the shops and I'll probably end it. I think if I'm gonna really honestly be doing this every day, it is gonna be most likely just an hour a day. Or less. Like, the more I do it, the less it'll probably get. Like, especially if I like learn the schedule. Like, tomorrow is like mostly gonna be like the warehouse work or cleaning a lot of the equipment. Like, so the other 3 guys that were working in the brewery, they were cleaning the pipes out, right? So it's really interesting, right? So there's a big rice steam cooker where you have to like hand carry a lot of the rice between each of the rooms, and that's used for like the really important stuff. But then there's also the more standard level sake that is like done like by automation mostly, and they have these big long pipes that are used to sort of on one hand like air shoot the rice through the factory, and also as it's being air shoot it cools it down, right? And like the other 3 dudes today were like two of the other 3 dudes were like cleaning those pipes out and getting them ready and setting them up to be like attached to the machines between rooms and floors of the building. But I think it's going to be interesting having like a set time, like, because I have a real life schedule now. Like, I can actually have a stream schedule, which I've never had before. So that feels more nice. And JJ, what are your career aspirations? That's an interesting question. I don't really have any, like, at all. Like, none. It's really, really bad. This is the first. Okay, so like, I used to want to be an interpreter, right? My aspiration is not dying. Exactly. I used to want to be an interpreter. The whole reason why I was like, yo, like, I really want to study this is like, because there was I remember like waking up in the morning of like, I think it was like, is it like March 15th in like 2011, right? Like the big earthquake in Japan when they had the tsunami, right? And the huge tsunami came through and it fucked up tons of the north of Tokyo. Like 20,000 people died. It was like horrific. And the news that they were playing in the UK were like, it was like just straight taken from Japanese news. It was like so quick news because everyone was like, wow, this is horrific. They were taking the Japanese news and then they were like, they had just interpreters who were interpreting the news. It was like instant. And I was watching it, I was like, yo, those people's brains, like, that's a robot. That's really, really impressive. It was really cool. Like, I was like, yo, that's awesome. Like, I wish I could do that. That's impressive. And that made me want to study and become, like, good at the language, right? And I used to say, like, yo, I want to be an interpreter by the Olympics, which is next year. At the time, that felt like a long way away, right? It was like 4, 5, 6 years, I guess. And that was something that I wanted to do. But then more recently, it's like almost unless you're like the best in the world at it, it's not necessary anymore, really. Like even the like the guys in the carts, it's called jinrikisha in Japanese, but like, yeah, there's like a big cart with a wheel, and like the guys will take you around. Rickshaw, there you go. It's like a rickshaw. The rickshaw guys here in Nara have these like pocket translators, where they'll just like speak into Japanese, and it comes out with like fairly fucking good English. Like you can speak in English, and it comes out with like accurate, like actually accurate Japanese as well. So in terms